Hey there, it's Sunday afternoon. Actually, I didn't release a new video on my main channel this morning because it wasn't finished. The project was finished and it's actually up there, hanging up there on the thing. But I didn't get a chance to get the video edited. I haven't actually started it yet, but that'll be next weekend. In the meantime, I did the project and I did a few other things. Like this morning, I came out and I did the thing I was talking about doing with my bandsaw. That's build the platform that slides out. That's all done, ready to go, and I'll show you that in a second. But first, I wanted to show this, my track. I fixed the falling down problem. Okay, doesn't fall down, and easy. I did it the easy way. So I made a catch down here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I just extended the stop block for the saw out so it sticks out the back and equals the bottom of this rail when it goes down. And I added a clip, just a thin slice of plastic so that it bends easily, and put a screw in there for it to catch on. So when you lift it up, you push down on the catch and it catches it. And it doesn't fall down. It's amazing. So you can see where the bandsaw is in that space that I had left on this low bench that I built up on this end wall. So it's bandsaw, belt sander, spindle sander, the threesome. And I've got my gear vise here, but that's beside the point. The height of the top of the bandsaw is perfect, I think. I made it so that your elbows, like your arms here, would be kind of level. Like really level would be here, a little bit higher, but you know, you'd be holding something. So I think this is a much better height than the old one was, which was way lower. So yeah, it slides out like that and it stops, and you can see that it jounces up and down a bit. There's some flexibility there, but I tried using it and not a problem. Right? A lot of guys would think it is, but it's not. Take my word for it. And if I wanted to improve upon that, I could add some stiffeners, even a leg from this, because this bench that's down here is floating. Right? There is a prop in the middle that goes back on an angle that supports the outside edge. And of course it's fastened over here, but there's still quite a bit of flex there. So if I really wanted to improve it, you know, a lot, I could build something underneath it to fully support the shelf, you know, like a drawer unit or something like that. But I don't think I'm going to do that because, like I said, I've used it and not a big deal. Okay, it doesn't move when you're making a cut. And then it can take a lot of weight. These are full extension drawer slides, but they're not fully extending. That's one of the important things. 22-inch drawer slides, but they're only coming out about 15 inches. And also I added slippery plastic underneath the front edge. You'll see this in the video when I make it. I'm going to combine this project with the Tree of Woe. Wow, come on. Come on! Last thing to talk about is a small problem I'm having with horizontal surfaces again down here. This is my CNC machine buried underneath all this scrap plywood and pieces. Okay, I originally thought about mounting it on the wall, and then I said, like, I talked myself out of that for some stupid reason. Mainly because, okay, I didn't want to commit to something as drastic as mounting it on the wall and then kind of be stuck with that. But now I'm thinking that that is the best place for this, mounted on the wall. So original location was going to be right that end wall, which is actually the garage door, which is closed in. Okay, so that was the original plan. Now I'm thinking that possibly it would be better up in the other end. And then I would actually get rid of this screen and make the plywood storage that I have, which is not enough either, because I've got plywood stacked up in that corner up there, and I've got sheets of melamine standing over there, and all those should be in a plywood storage bin type arrangement. But I really didn't allow myself enough room for that because I wanted to have something here, and it was the CNC. So now I'm thinking that I move that up there, put it on the wall somewhere, I haven't decided yet, and widen out that bin here. And that way, with the CNC mounted on the wall, rather than flat like this, I can't stack anything on it. And also another advantage of having it like mounted on the wall is that when it's doing cutting, rather than the dust piling up, if you don't have dust collection, right? Rather than having that happening, it's falling straight down, right? So it's self-cleaning with the assistance of gravity, which is awesome. I like that. And then it's not taking up as much space in the shop. The problem is I've got this table that I made, the torsion box top table that this thing is sitting on. But what I was thinking is that this will fit right here. Okay, so, and it's on wheels. All I need to do is make the wheels so that they lock. And I could have that here. I've often got a problem trying to put together bigger things because they won't fit on my, what is that called? Workbench. My workbench is pretty big. Like, it's not super huge or anything, but it's not really that wide. And this thing is. So it would be an assembly table that I could move. I would only widen the plywood bin out another, I think maybe 20 inches, and leave this space in here clear so I can access these cabinets and these drawers down here. And that will give me enough space to slide this table in, like park it in here, be a garage for the table when I needed to clear the floor for whatever reason. But otherwise it would sit right here. If you watch me building that table, you might remember that the top is made from 1/4-inch plywood, 2 layers, top and bottom, torsion box, and the rest of it's made from recycled plywood. I just used what I had to do it. And mainly that 1/4-inch plywood, of course, came from the crate that the CNC came in. So that was the ultimate recycling project right there. But to use it for an assembly table, that might not be, I don't know, solid enough to do anything substantial on. So I may add some either 1/2-inch plywood or 1/2-inch MDF to the top. I'm leaning towards, even though I have the 1/2-inch MDF, I bought a full sheet to do the CNC, and I'm only going to be using like 1/3 of the sheet, so I'll have more than enough MDF. I really don't like the look of MDF for the top of something, even though it's very close in color to the white oak surface I have on my workbench. But of course, that's white oak. So that has a right to be that color, whereas MDF just looks like cardboard. So I'd probably get a sheet of Baltic birch plywood and put on the top of the new assembly table, new movable assembly table.
Is this boring to you?
No, I like it.
Yeah, well, I love it. Everything that's good that's happened to me in my life came because of that. I might not do everything great in my life. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm not the best husband. And I'm sorry if I wasn't the best father, but I'm good at this. And I want to share this with you. I want to teach you what I learned.